What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. And today we are at Highland Park Golf Course in Birmingham, Alabama, a course that has seen some serious attention in the YouTube golf world. Zac Radford, one of the pioneers of YouTube golf, has done a golf vlog here in time past, about 5-6 years ago, I want to say. I want to say it was more like 5 years ago. I think I remember the
Dad can do on the first
foam in the bottom of the cups. I think it was the year 2020, the COVID year. So 5 years ago, and he shot a 67. Nice. He played this course really well. And I actually left a link
just
to his
stayed
two
short
videos
of the trees
that
out.
he
Perfect.
did
Great, well played
three wood.
Also a beautiful clubhouse there. Look at that.
As well, as you take a look there at the beautiful clubhouse. This course actually used to be private. It was established in 1903 as the Birmingham Country Club, and then the present-day Birmingham Country Club was built about a decade later, and then it was converted to the name Highland Park Golf Club. And apologies for the interruption there, but that was a welcome interruption there as they hit a, good, albeit lucky, second shot there to get within 10 feet for birdie. Yeah, pretty easy start to this course. First hole's only 307 downhill, drivable if you hit it well. Almost did. And I almost made the birdie here, but as you see, just slid by there on the high side. But nothing wrong with the two-putt par to start out. But, yeah, this course used to be private, and now it's public. It's been rated as one of the top 30 municipal golf courses in America. And I concur to that statement. I really thought it was in top-notch shape, and some of the views you guys will see, especially on the back nine coming up in the next video after this one, will be absolutely insane. And it's a course I've always wanted to play after watching Zac Radford play it, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Something else I should let you guys know about is our status on the Southeastern Spring Swing 5th anniversary. We went 80, 81, and then yesterday at Shell Landing, 84. Yikes. That is not what we needed. Cannot get away with that. So, heading into this video, I knew what I needed to do. I was sitting at 245 total strokes with 18 holes to go on the trip, needing to break 320 to get myself that sub 80 average. A 74 is needed. This is a course I definitely can do it at, though. It's only a 67.6 rating, 124 slope. As I mentioned, this course was established in 1903. It is actually the oldest public course in the state of Alabama, which quite an honor to play at such a place with that distinction, which just adds to the fact of how cool this day was that we got the chance to play it.
Almost impossible to get this ball close.
The shot here isn't exactly one I would call cool. Very, very sinister slope here to deal with.
About as well as he could have
Had to carry it right on top of that hill between the two ridges. And I did pretty well with it. Got myself about a 15-foot putt for birdie, breaking right to left. And it seems me and Dad haven't quite figured these greens out quite yet. So, as you saw there, that one, like in the Sugarwood video, the final day of spring break last year, his stalled on the lip on the fourth hole for about 2 seconds and then fell, and that was the same audio there from the 2003 U.S. Open. My dad's favorite golfer growing up, Tom Watson, figured I'd put that in for him. But speaking of Sugarwood, I think we all remember what we shot there. It was, in fact, the number we need today, 74. And that was on a course that was a 70.7 rating, 131 slope. Highland Park is only a 67.6 rating and a 124 slope. It's only about 5,800 yards from the back tees. Definitely one of the easier courses that I've played on this channel, albeit still one of my favorites I've ever done, I think. But this is doable. This is absolutely doable. A 74 would be a 6.4 differential. And my handicap heading into this day was a 4.5. So, I mean, it was a 4.7 at the beginning of the trip, but thanks to the wonderful round at Grand Bear, and by the way, that was a wonderful putt that I just hit there. It's a net 2-over round that we need today.
That's phenomenal. That was never going to miss.
And putts like that are going to help. That is a great 2-putt, albeit technically not a putt on that first one, but still a very, very hard-fought 3 there. That dormant Bermuda can get really, really tricky, and I was able to deal with it quite well there, for sure. So heading into the 4th hole here, 382-yard par 4, and I pull this one a little bit. That's a rare miss for me lately. And definitely was thinking about it a little bit. I didn't want to start my ball over those trees and try to fade it back because there's a big hill that slopes down on that right side, and it just drops off into some nasty, nasty fescue. And even though it's a little bit dormant still, I mean, in March, I mean, we're in Alabama. This isn't Michigan. Everything's grown in a little bit more for sure than in Michigan. I think you can tell already that just the fescue on the perimeter of the course is already pretty green. The greens are already super green as well, not brown at all, even though they're bent grass. So definitely did not want to go right there. Don't want to go right here either.
Dangerous. Okay, no, it's good now, Roger. It's within 4 or 5 feet of the hole. People are going crazy.
Hell yeah, guys. That is an excellent, excellent golf shot to recover from having to punch out off the tee. Got ourselves only about a 4.5 footer for par, right to left.
Oh, no! Holy smokes.
Can't make them all. Cannot make them all. As sharp as I am with putts with that kind of break from that range, no one's perfect. We're not all robots like Bryson DeChambeau is with that crazy arm lock stroke of his. But, yeah, bogey on that hole's not the end of the world, though. I believe that's stroke hole 5 on this course. So definitely a hole I can get away with bogeying. It's not the end of the world. But I don't think we're going to have that problem on this hole, guys. That is an excellent, excellent tee shot on this par 3.
That's where mine ended up. Scale 1 to 10, give that one a rating. That's a 10, baby.
Yeah, that shot, that tee shot right there is definitely one of the toughest on the course. I mean, this is a nearly 200-yard par 3. You cannot go long of this green as there's a bunker behind the green, and it's just this small, deep pop bunker. So, yeah, guys, I mean, even though it's a 5,800-yard course, there are some tough holes here. Highland Park doesn't start out that tough, but holes 4 through 7 is a pretty tough stretch. I think all 4 of those holes are in the harder half of the course. I mean, they're all stroke hole 9 or harder.
Good response there.
But able to par that one there. Pretty routine par there. Green in regulation 2-putt. Doesn't get much more consistent, much more reliable than that there. That was a well-struck 7-iron. Speaking of well-struck, how about this one? How about this one? Easily so far the longest drive I've hit on this trip on a pretty difficult par 4. But yeah, I mean, as you saw, I was definitely a little bit irritated after failing to birdie either 1 or 2, because one's a drivable par 4, almost.
Back into the wind.
And
whoa, all over it. Incredible.
well, excuse me for the welcome interruption again. My goodness.
That's what we like. I think that's it.
Right here.
Yeah, that's where it pitched. Man, that must have rolled right by it. Wow.
So anyways, as I was saying, I was definitely quite irritated to not birdie one of those first 2 holes there. I mean, number 2 especially as well. Very reachable par 5, only 465. I mean, heck, I've played par 4s that are longer than that before. So for me to miss out on that birdie was definitely quite disappointing. Case in point here as I miss another 4 to 5 foot right to left. Or what's happened to the putter, guys? What is going on right now? This is not good. But this is what nerves do, right? I mean, I know I need to go low today and shoot 74. And to be honest, I didn't really think about the score that much. I mean, I was so far on the outside looking in on pace that I almost just kind of expected not to get it heading into today. But with being 1 over through 6, right about now, for sure, standing on stroke hole 1, knowing if I can get a par here, yeah, as you see here on the scoreboard on the top there, almost a 430 par 4, can't even hit driver.
Smokes. Out of the pot.
No driver, no problem. That was easily one of the best hit 3-woods of my life right there. And as you guys saw, this is another very narrow fairway. Something about Highland Park that I find quite unique and quite a difficult element of course design is the fairways are cut off between like the end of the fairway and the start of the green. Like the fairway doesn't run straight into the green, so you can't really run it up. You kind of have to flight your shots. You kind of have to shape your shots a little bit. And this is another shot I really got to kind of curve in there and manufacture as the creek kind of meanders across and to the left of the green now. But this was hit excellent, guys. Very well struck 8-iron, a little bit of a Chad Ramey side-eye finish there. I know we're in Alabama and not Mississippi. I know we're 1 state over, but I think the 3 days in Mississippi, Mr. Ramey rubbed off on me a little bit. But definitely very happy with that result there. But like I said on the tee, on this hole, knowing that it was stroke hole 1 and I was +1 through 6, this is when I started to think about, okay, breaking 75 today is definitely in the question. And alas, I miss another right to left putt there. Granted, that one wasn't nearly as close. Able to get a par there, and Dad, who definitely does not hit the ball as long as I do, definitely had to go wood on this 430 par 4 up the hill on the approach shot. Able to make a 5 there after draining a really nice left to right slider there up the hill. He was definitely playing decent today as well. I think he was 5 over through 7, which is definitely a lot better than he had been doing on the trip. So heading into this par 5 now, +1 through 7, thinking to myself, okay, we got something going here.
And that's where he's headed, just a little bit right of it, but this ball appears to be hammered.
That's so far up there.
Ooh! Buffalo Ben 15 learned how to hit 300 bombs. Uh-oh. I tell you what, if we can keep hitting drives like that, giving ourselves short enough clubs in to the green, maybe the putter doesn't need to be all that good today. Especially, I mean, I've hit 5 out of 7 greens now, and this is a par 5. This is only my second shot. I'm 200 yards away.
I can't hit a green to save my life, but gosh darn it, I can hit a cart path, right? Well, I think the path does, the hole's right there. This is a double green, actually, too. Zac Radford, when he played here, it was actually on the other green. but not for us today. Yeah, I think the path curves just enough that I can drop it on this side if I just go a little bit further up.
So definitely not going to make it easy on me to hit this green and reg. I mean, this is still a really tough chip where I kind of got to land it in the downslope on the rough still. So as you can see here, breaking out the driver, breaking out the full 1 club length relief, no near the hole. Drop it once, still standing on the path. Drop number 2, still standing on the path. So now we place it. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, guys, and this is something I've been incorporating into my videos as of late. I don't know, I'd say it maybe in the last year and a half. You know, I am playing 100% PGA, USGA rules. I'm holing everything out. I don't give myself gimmies anymore on these videos. I mean, sometimes I'll accidentally cut out a foot putt just because it was just a force of habit because I used to do it all the time. But on rounds like this, I'm being super serious. I'm making sure I don't be wishy-washy on anything. Don't give myself any breaks that I shouldn't give myself, especially on days this important. I hope you guys understand that's what you're going to get out of me, 100% honest. But anyways, able to get on the green, able to hit the spot that I needed to on the chip shot. And this was definitely a pretty tough chip. I mean, I'm telling you, if I hit the green, I mean, this is a straight uphill putt. So this green is sloping straight towards that burn there. And Zac Radford actually bounced off the bottom of that burn, and as it was dry when he played it, I mean, it was in the summer, and it was a little less damp as it is today. I mean, obviously there's some water in there today, but I remember when he played here, he pushed his 6-iron a little bit to the right as he was going for the left green that day, but it played to the right green today, and he ended up hitting off the bottom of the burn there and ended up bouncing behind the green.
Oh, you lucky little rascal.
And as you see, I almost have a encounter with the burn myself here. I mean, I'm telling you, with this dormant Bermuda,
80 yards.
Now, granted, the greens here are bent grass. I mean, it's north enough to where they can sustain bent grass, and trust me, Highland Park does a great job with their greens. And that's exactly what the reviews were when me and Dad were looking at a place to play back up on the way home. When we stumbled upon this course, I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, I saw Zac Radford play here. And I thought that we look at the reviews on Golf Pass, and what we found was, yeah, these are some of the best greens around. So definitely was a worthy play. It was a great spot to stop on the way up to back home. And we really, really enjoyed it, for sure. So as you guys saw, another great partial wedge into this green, especially to a tucked pin in the front. Definitely played it smart and out left a little bit. Definitely was the right call there. So Dad actually found himself in the bunker, barely got out of the bunker. But then he did that.
Well, that's the All-American par, Gary.
But hold on. The theatrics get even crazier.
Stop a moving ball, it's a 2-stroke penalty. So, it's the greatest 6 of all time.
Yup, that's right.
I'll only penalize you.
My dad knew that his ball on the dormant Bermuda, I don't know if you guys remember Robert Trent Jones at Hampton Cove, that 16th hole, where it rolled slowly into the water to the right on that par 3. But that dormant Bermuda, guys, will slope down like crazy, and it'll roll like it's on a green when it's dormant like that, and down all the way into the burn it was going to go. So what Dad did was he one-handed just whacked it just to keep it up on our side of the burn, and he so happened to frickin' make it. It was unbelievable. So I think there's only one way to follow that up. This putt is to shoot even par on the front 9 of the final spring break course.
Oh, I rammed it out, boy. That was a bad
And we have not only missed it, we have knocked it about 4 feet to 4.5 feet past, and this is with how the putts have been going on this front nine, this is by no means a certainty. So here we go. For the 37. Oh my goodness gracious.
This is not good.
It's beyond hard to watch.
Oh, why did it have to end like that? Another 3-putt. So that's 18 putts, and I shot a 38. I think we all know what the weakness was on this front nine. So, with that bogey heading into the back nine, that definitely sapped away some of my confidence. But, I mean, check out those splits there. Fairways in regulation, only 3 out of 7, but 7 out of 9 greens hit. That's a +4 split. Over the entire round at Grand Bear, granted, it was a -5 split. So -2.5 average per 9 holes. So talk about the improvement with the irons and the wedges in the 4-day span of this trip alone. You guys witnessed the culmination of it today here at Highland Park. It was quite a treat to bring it to you guys, and just me rifling pin seeker after pin seeker. The 1 on 4 was excellent. Heck, even the 1 on 2 was really good. Number 6 I stiffed. Number 9 was really well played. Didn't really stiff it, but really, really well played. Just put it in a really smart spot, and unfortunately sometimes in golf you do the smart thing and it still doesn't pay off, but you know, that's golf. That's just, the game is what the game is sometimes. So on this par 70 golf course, we need a 36, a +2 on the back 9 to score below a 320 on the 5th anniversary Southeastern Spring Swing. We just have to match the performance on the front 9 of 2 over. I think if we can get the putter just a little bit hotter to take some pressure off, we could very well storm all the way back and make a historic comeback to accomplish what would be a massive, massive accomplishment for me. When I started doing these spring breaks, guys, I never thought it would get this big. I never thought it would come to this. I never thought it would get this serious. I never thought I'd get so good at editing these videos to where, I mean, the theatrics of it, the sound effects, all that stuff, like, it does this trip justice. But on the back 9 of the final round of this 4-round trip, let's see if not only can I make a wonderful video for you guys, which I hope I did today, let's have the golf do the talking too. Tune in for the exciting conclusion of spring break right here on Buffalo Bend 15 Golf next time. Have a good day, everyone.